Good morning, everybody. I hope everyone's doing as well as can be. Today is the morning of my tunneled line surgery, my central line, and I'm gonna remove my PICC line. I'm so happy that that's getting out of my arm finally. Yay!
Taking the good with the ups and downs. I wanna see how the world turns round. Let's go adventure in the deep blue sea. Home is with you wherever that may be. Home is with you wherever that may be.
So I am here at the hospital for my port surgery. Well, it was going to be a port surgery, but now we decided, we talked to the surgeon and decided that it's going to be a tunneled line, which is basically like a port, but it doesn't have a needle. It's like sewn into your skin. He explained it as like a PICC line, but for your chest. And it's more permanent. This is safer, apparently. It has like a slightly less risk to be infected because I do access every day for my IV fluids. I have to run IVs every single day, so apparently this is the safer route to go. So that's why we made this decision. I am not very familiar with this type of line. I've heard of Hickman's. He said this is not exactly a Hickman. He said it's a little bit smaller, but it's like a Hickman. And I believe it is a double lumen, which is what my doctor ordered. So, yeah, I am just here getting my IV fluids, getting hydrated. I am extremely dehydrated because I had to fast after midnight, no food or water. So having POTS, I am extremely thirsty and dehydrated. I did do an extra IV overnight so that I wouldn't be even more dehydrated, but I'm still parched. Luckily they were able to access my PICC line. Very grateful for that because it would be hard for everyone if they tried to stick me. It would be like we'd be here forever. So grateful for that, and I am pretty bummed out that my mom and Lawson weren't able to come in. We didn't know that they had a policy now because of COVID that they only are allowing one visitor in the room at a time, and I didn't want one of them to be alone outside. And this hospital is far from our house. We live about 40 minutes away. So I didn't want them to be alone. I just told them you can hang out together, and the whole thing I think is only going to be a couple hours, hopefully. So yeah, I wish they were here, but it is what it is. At least they have each other, so they're not like, well, I mean, I guess if they didn't have each other, then one of them would be able to be with me, but that's okay. Yeah, I spoke with the surgeon, like I said, and I'm just waiting to talk to the anesthesiologist. I am going to be put under general anesthesia because I do not respond to sedation. I've been put under heavy sedation before for past surgeries, for a passport surgery, and it didn't do anything for me. They said that, like the last time I had port surgery, they had given me sedation, and they came back and checked on me, and I was like wide awake. So I just have a really high tolerance for drugs and things like that, and it can be really frustrating and hard at times. But thankfully they had an anesthesiologist available, otherwise I wouldn't be able to proceed with the surgery with just sedation. My arm is really hurting from holding this camera. This phone. I'm sorry if it's a little shaky. My tremors have been really bad, so I've been shaking a lot. But yeah, I'm so grateful to finally be getting my IV fluids, and I'm just gonna hang out and rest for a while until I am hydrated and ready to go in to the OR. Of course, like I said, the anesthesiologist is gonna come first, and yeah, I might update in a little bit. I'll see you soon. So I am still here waiting. It has been about 3 hours. I've been getting my IV fluids and I'm on 3 liters of oxygen. My vitals are kind of all over the place. My oxygen like keeps dropping, but at least it's not like super low. That's normal for me. So I spoke with the anesthesiologist and everything looks good to go. So I'm just waiting to finish these IV fluids up there, and we're waiting to make sure everything looks good, and yeah, and then they're gonna take me back to the OR for my port, or I guess my central line. It's not a port. I keep calling it a port, but it's not a port. I asked him what the name was, and he didn't tell me the name. He just said it was like a tunneled line, and it was smaller than a Hickman, so I really don't know what to expect, but yeah, I will be vlogging probably when I come out of surgery. So I just spoke with another anesthesiologist. He was really nice. He was just going over the plan again in more detail. He told me that he's going to use, they're going to use like a mask for anesthesia gas. So anesthesia gas is different than like anesthesia via an IV. I've had anesthesia gas once for my major surgery when I had spine surgery. But for my other surgeries, I just had like the IV anesthesia. But he said that this is going to be more, I guess it should be stronger, like last longer. I have had issues in the past waking up during anesthesia, so we don't want that to happen again. That's a little concern of mine, but I think it should be okay. It's in my notes and everything, so they know about that, which is good. And I think they're going to give me maybe a little more than like the normal dose for my height and weight, since I have such a high tolerance to anesthesia and like every medicine. My vitals are looking better, and yeah, I'm feeling okay, thankfully. I'm really tired because I didn't sleep much last night. My allergies were really flared up. I'm still in a mast cell flare up, and it was hard to breathe, and I was really congested and just really uncomfortable. My pain was flared up, so I didn't sleep well. But that's okay because maybe I'll be able to sleep more later through my pain, so it's a good thing. Yeah, I'm really thirsty still, obviously, because I haven't drank, but the IV fluids are helping. And yeah, they're giving me a lot of IV fluids, which is helpful. So that is my current update. It is currently about 1 o'clock. I got here at 9. I'm hoping I'm going to go back into the OR soon. I am just chilling here. I don't really feel like watching TV. I'm just kind of resting. So yeah.
I know, it's pretty chilly back here.
Yeah. So I had my surgery. I just woke up a few minutes ago from anesthesia. It's about 2:30. I think it took about an hour for me to wake up. I think the actual procedure was closer to 45 minutes. So this is what it looks like. They made the incision here, and they put the tube all the way down here, and then it connects to my heart. And it was supposed to be a double lumen. My doctor ordered a double lumen, so I don't really understand why they put a single. I'm still pretty groggy and out of it, but thankfully I'm not in too much pain. So that's really good, and I'm not too nauseous. I'm a little nauseous, but it's not too bad. They gave me Zofran before, and I am now getting a lactated ringer. And yeah, I'm just gonna rest and recover while this lactated ringer runs. And I am really grateful that it's over and done with. So yeah.
This is not their finding nurses because of exhaustion issues. This is the nurses.
So I just had an x-ray, and they said everything looks okay on the x-ray, but it's still been bleeding a lot, so they're gonna take a look at it. They're gonna change the dressing and see if it needs some extra stitches or anything like that. Got all of the stuff there. And yeah, I'm in the OR because they thought they might have to operate on it, so hopefully I'll just need some stitches and I can go home. I'm praying that that will be the fix because I'm exhausted, beyond exhausted. And I'm in a lot of pain, and I still haven't got my pain meds. They haven't been able to get a line, so I'm just waiting to see how they're gonna give me pain meds. I think they're gonna give me a shot, so hopefully that's coming up next. So yeah, my arm is killing me. That's why I haven't been able to vlog much, but that's my update for now.
The people who did it, they didn't know this would happen. You know, it's
So much pain. I've been, how long have I been here? 2 hours? I've been here 2 hours and no pain meds yet. Really hoping for some pain meds soon because the pain from my port is the worst pain The tunnel line surgery pain is the worst pain I've ever had from any central line surgery. It's so bad. I have a high tolerance for pain. Like, trust me, I have a really high tolerance for pain, but this is just almost unbearable. It's like I was up all night crying from the pain. So it is now about 8:15. I've been here for 5 hours now, and thankfully my pain is a little more controlled. They gave me some IV morphine a couple hours ago, and I'm getting a couple of bags of fluids. I believe one of them is a lactated ringer because my blood volume has been so low and my vitals have not been stable. That's like usual for me. It hasn't been anything like too horrible, but considering I just had surgery yesterday, it's like expected to be at least somewhat unstable for me. So thankfully I got the fluids running and the IV pain meds, the morphine, which before it was unbearable, so I'm so grateful for that. And the bleeding stopped, so that's really good news too. I'm so grateful for that. We were worried that we were gonna have to operate again, put some more stitches in, or, you know, we didn't know what was going on. So it was a bit of, well, honestly, it was a lot of stress for my mom and I, but we managed and we are getting things under control. I still have a lot of pain. Pain with this surgery has been more than any of my central line surgeries. I don't know why. I don't know if because my body is struggling more and my organs are struggling more and I've been so flared up, or what it is, but I am winging it. I am getting through it with my faith and with the good Lord. He is carrying me through because I would not be able to get through without him. And I wouldn't be able to make it through without the love of my family and all of the support of all my friends and everybody who sends me lovely and kind messages. I am so grateful. So it is now 9 o'clock and I just got my second dose of morphine via IV. Thankfully it's working again. There was a little scare for a second, it wasn't working, but my fluids are running again. Got the lactated ringer and the normal saline going, both. And yeah, my pain was a little bit controlled for a while. It was like from a 9 down to a 7, but then it started getting bad again. Like it's been so bad, not just like at my surgical site, but all over. My pain is really flared up, my back and my ribs. I'm super stiff everywhere, like super stiff, which is not helping the pain. I feel like the pain is making me stiff and then the stiffness is making my pain worse. It's like a vicious cycle. So yeah, I've officially been here for like 6 hours and I'm just super grateful I haven't vomited. My nausea's been bad, but she's gonna bring me another dose of Zofran. I'm waiting on that. And yeah, just counting my blessings, grateful I haven't puked. And that my pain is at like about a 7-8 right now. It could be worse, so at least it's better than it was earlier and I'm not crying. Haven't really been able to rest much, but that's okay. I've just been praying and reading some scriptures and looking at some Instagram stories and stuff like that. So yeah. Little potsy problem. I have been freezing even with like a million blankets on me. I legit have like 10 blankets. They were all heated. Of course that doesn't last long. I have been shaking cold, which is not helping my pain. It's making me more stiff. Even after 2 doses of morphine, I'm in so much pain. And I happen to be in the OR, which is the coldest room in the hospital. They have to keep the operating room really cold. I think to keep germs down. I'm not, don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's why. So yeah, I'm just really cold. But could be worse. At least my pain's getting a little bit better after the second dose of morphine. So really hoping I'll be able to go home tonight and actually get some sleep. I am so tired. So I've had 2 doses of morphine through my IV in the 7 hours that I've been here in the ER. And my pain is still so bad. It's like at an 8 right now. And not just surgical pain, but my chronic pain is severely flared up. It's so bad that two doses of morphine took it from like a 9 to maybe an 8. So I'm about to get my 3rd dose of morphine with Toradol, so hopefully the combination of the morphine and the Toradol will actually control this pain, because I really want to be able to sleep tonight, at least a little. I didn't sleep at all last night or the night before, so I'm extremely exhausted, and I'm really out of it, and I'm praying so much that my vomiting stays under control and that this 3rd dose of morphine and Toradol will actually help. Ian, leave it alone, honey. No, don't eat the ornaments. The tree and the ornaments are not edible, honey. This tree is so pretty. Ian, you like the Christmas tree?
My fingers, they got careca. Almost. My England soldier got careca.
Oh no, he is bald. Oh no. That's okay. Bald nutcrackers are still nutcrackers. We can still use him.
I can't glue.
Oh, is that his head? Oh, it's just his little crown. Yeah, we can glue it back. We need super glue. And then we can glue it back. You know, my throat has been so messed up since that surgery because of the tube they put down my throat. I think that's why it's been extra sore, and like I'm coughing more, and I've spit up some blood. So that happens after surgery. I love this song. And I love our little elf tree. It's so cute.
I can't believe they made Elvis Presley to serve in the military.
Yeah, he served in the military. He had a hard life. I still think he was killed. Hi y'all. So it is the next day after my ER visit and 2 days after my tunneled line surgery, and I am very happy to report that my pain is much more tolerable today. It is like probably sitting around a 7, and that is a world of a difference because yesterday it was between a 9 and a 10. So and then even with meds, like heavy pain meds, you know, all the, 3 doses, I always say doses, I've been saying doses, I can't talk lately. 3 doses of morphine, IV morphine, and then IV Toradol as well. Didn't help much, but after the 3rd dose of morphine, when they combined it with the IV Toradol, that's when it finally like took the edge off a bit. I guess the combination of the anti-inflammatory and the narcotic, it actually helped a little bit, and then I was able to get a good night of sleep, catch up on, I didn't sleep the night before, so I really needed that rest, and I'm super grateful for that because I woke up today feeling much better, and my pain, as bad as it is, it's tolerable. Like I said, I sit at a level 7 with my chronic pain like most of the time anyway, so I stayed at the hospital maybe 8 hours total. I wasn't admitted, so I was super grateful for that as well. I wasn't sure what was going to happen, what was wrong, if they were going to have to change my line. I had an x-ray, and the x-ray showed some scarring in my lungs, which I have. Other than that, there was nothing wrong, thankfully. My blood clot is stable, and my port looks good, so thankfully it's working. The issue was just a lot of bleeding and pain, so we couldn't get the bleeding under control. I don't know if I mentioned, because I was in so much pain yesterday, but I had so much pain and bleeding from 4 o'clock in the morning after my surgery until I went to the ER at around 3 the day after. So if that makes sense. So like 4 in the morning, Saturday morning until like 3 Saturday, it just wouldn't stop bleeding. I kept hoping it would stop. My mom was like, why didn't you tell me right away? We should have gone to the ER at 4 in the morning when you first noticed it. But I was like, you know, I didn't sleep, and I just really needed to get a night of rest because I was so tired. I just couldn't function, so I was hoping and praying the bleeding would stop by the time I woke up, but it didn't. It was like worse. I had drenched 2 shirts on the right side, like here, with blood, so I knew I had to go to the ER. They figured out that it was because of my blood thinners, so I am on Lovenox shots for my blood clot every 12 hours. And those shots thinned out my blood too much, apparently, because I lost a few pounds this week from all the vomiting and nausea. I have been really flared up, and I've lost some pounds because of that, unfortunately. So being sick has been really hard on my body, and I didn't even think to tell my hematologist that I lost some pounds. I only lost like 5 pounds or so, 4 or 5 pounds, but I guess that made a difference in my dosage with my Lovenox, because instead of like taking the whole shot, or I was taking almost the whole shot. Now I have to take like I was taking 50 milligrams, now I'm taking 40 milligrams, and it's a 60 milligram shot, so I have to be careful and watch how much I take, which can be kind of tricky when you're giving yourself a shot in the stomach. But yeah, we adjusted my shot, and I'm gonna go soon for another ultrasound of my blood clot, just to make sure that the dosage is doing its job. And my vitals have been pretty stable. They're never totally stable, but they were stable enough for me to come home. So I did have another lactated ringer and 2 bags of saline in the hospital. No, a bag of saline and a lactated ringer. I think, or was it 2 bags? I'm not sure. But for the people who are asking about like Dilaudid and ketamine, so I made an Instagram post about this. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go and follow me on there. My Instagram name is Love Hard, Fight Hard. I do not respond. Like, I do not get any pain relief from Dilaudid ever. I have never in my life, oral or IV, even for my normal chronic pain. And so I know for my chronic pain, in addition with my surgical pain, that it wouldn't help. So when my doctor offered, I just turned it down because I knew it wouldn't help. And ketamine doesn't help me either, believe it or not. It is used as an anesthetic, but I have been given a ketamine infusion in the past for my neuropathy, and it did nothing for me, guys. It didn't even put me to sleep. I think it gave me like maybe some side effects, like mild side effects, but other than that, it didn't help my pain at all. Everyone was shocked. I have been on pain meds my whole life. I am 33 years old. So, you know, and I am medicated around the clock because I have pain 24/7 from EDS and arthritis, fibromyalgia, degenerative disc disease, mycotoxin disease, of course, causes a lot of pain in itself with all the inflammation that I have. I have severe inflammation throughout my body. You know, I have a spinal cord injury. I have so many things causing me pain. So I do have to be medicated around the clock, and I don't have any shame in that because it's my only way to live. Nobody can live in this much pain. Trust me when I say I have a high pain for tolerance, and oftentimes my pain is unbearable. So you gotta do what you gotta do to survive, and you know, I'm still in the fight. So I'm just grateful for everyone who's prayed for me and sent me love and kind messages. I love you guys to pieces. It means the world to me, you guys. It really, really does. And I want you to know that I pray for you too. And even if I don't get a chance to respond to everyone's messages, I still see them and you are in my thoughts and prayers. It's just really overwhelming for me, and I don't have energy at all to even take care of myself, to even shower regularly. No shame in that either. I can't shower on a regular basis. When I do, I have to have help. You know, just basic self-care is really hard for me. So please understand that when I don't respond to messages, it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's just because it's really, really hard. I'm having a hard time and I'm struggling. So just keep that in mind. But I do try my best. So it's been really hard to cough because of all the pain, but it is getting a little better, like I said, and I've been coughing a lot since the surgery. My lungs, you know, always have a hard time with anesthesia. My oxygen readings have been really low, like in the 80s. That's not abnormal for me, but I usually don't sleep with my oxygen, but I think I might have to do that because it's been so bad. Anyway, my battery is getting low, so I'm gonna wrap up the vlog here. This vlog is getting long enough anyway. I've been running my fluids through my port. I actually finished for the day. Everything is running smoothly, so yeah. That is that for my tunnel surgery vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I would really, really love it if you could I'd really love it if you give this vlog a like, and please subscribe if you haven't already to watch me on my chronic illness journey, and hit the bell for notifications on when I post new videos. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.